All right, so let's go ahead and handle this system of equations here, everybody. First things first, what we have going on is we have 5x plus 3y equals 92. And then we have negative 5x plus y equals negative 16. First things first, everybody. What are we trying to solve for here? X or y? What are we told we're solving for? Yeah, we're told that we're solving for y. That is what we're solving for. So let's be very clear about that. We're looking for the y. All right. Now, I want to remind myself that when I'm solving a system by hand, algebraically with pencil and paper, typically we're going to be using two techniques. One could be elimination, where we eliminate the other variable so we can solve for the one we want to solve for, or substitution, where we replace the other variable with the one that we're trying to solve for. You tell me, everybody, with the way that this is set up, do you think that it's easier to eliminate or to replace? What do you think? What's the easier path for you? See a couple of folks saying elimination. Yep, you're correct. You're absolutely correct. What we notice right over here is that we have a positive 5x and a negative 5x. Let me zoom on in here. Everybody, with 5x and negative 5x, as it's currently set up, let's go ahead. You tell me, are we going to be adding the equations together, or are we going to subtract the equations? Which one is the right way to go? What's the right way to go to achieve a cancellation in this particular circumstance? Y'all tell me. I see some saying add. I see a couple of more saying subtract. I want everybody, go ahead, take a guess. Take a nice guess. Subtraction. You want to add, subtract. Okay, so these are good. These are good responses. Let's prove it though. Let's prove which one's going to be correct. I see plenty of folks saying subtract. I see plenty of folks saying add. Let me start off with subtraction. Let's see if and why that might work, everybody. Here we go. Let's say we have 5x and the already negative 5x on the bottom, just like we see here. We said, let's see what happens if we subtract. Let's see what happens. If I subtract, everybody, what is the negative of a negative? If I do a double negative, what is that going to turn into? What is that going to turn into? Yeah, that's going to turn into a positive. So what this turns into right over here is 5x plus 5x. What's 5x plus 5x, everybody? That's 10x. Okay, so did that actually cancel, everybody? When we subtracted, did that end up canceling? No, it did not. It did not. And the reason that it did not is because the bottom term was negative, the top term was positive. They were already opposite signs. All we had to do was add them. But because we subtracted them, we ended up getting a double negative, which turned this into 5 plus 5x. That's what that turned into. And that's why we ended up getting 10x. But if we were to leave it as is, 5x and then the negative 5x, just like we see, if we leave it as is, everybody, and just add it together, do we see that it'll already cancel out by itself if we just go ahead and add them together? And that's the idea. The negative is already there. If we add a negative, that'll stay subtraction. That'll absolutely stay subtraction. And it'll end up canceling out. You can say 0x or just crossing it out, but that's what'll end up happening. So let me go ahead and bring it all together for us. Let me take all of this, make that smaller, throw you over here, and let me rewrite this again. 5x plus 3y equals 92. And then we have negative 5x plus y equals negative 16. So watch, everybody. All I'm going to do is add the equations together. Just going to add them. Once we see that we have 5x and negative 5x added together, that's going to cancel out. That's going to cancel out right away. Now, continue and helping me out, everybody. 3y plus y, what's that going to give us? Yeah, that's 4y. Quick on the feet there, good stuff. And then up next, how do we treat this, everyone? 92 plus a negative 16. We would just treat that as what operation, everybody? A positive plus a negative. Yeah, we just treat that like subtraction. We just treat it like subtraction. And so, let's go ahead and do so. Let's borrow. Let's make that a 12. 12 minus 6, that's 6. 8 minus 1, that'll end up being 7. So we have 4y equals 76, but we're not quite done, everybody. We're not quite done. The last step we need to take here is getting the y by itself, and that's dividing by 4 on both sides. To get rid of that 4 on the y, we have to divide it. And so that'll go ahead and cancel out on the left, leaving us y equals whatever 76 divided by 4 is. We can go ahead and do long division if we'd like to. 4 goes into 7 once. And then we drop the 6. And then 4 goes into 36. That'll end up being 9. So there's our answer. Y equals 19. Or is it? Everybody, are we done? Did we successfully calculate what we were told to calculate? Yeah, let me not gaslight you guys. We did. We absolutely did. We were told to find y, and we did find y. And so now we're good. That's the correct answer. Answer choice D. Now, hint, hint, wink, wink, we might have a problem where, yeah, you'll solve for a value, you'll solve for a variable, but it might not be the variable that you were told to solve for. So everybody, pop quiz. What should we do if this problem was actually asking us to find the value of x and we ended up finding y first? What would we do? If we found y, what would we do to get x? Yeah, we would plug it in. You can pick either one. You would plug in the 19 for y on either one of these, and then you would just solve the equation. And so hopefully we can go ahead and try one of those questions in today's class, but now you know, and hopefully we'll look out for that when it comes.